talk about whether or not it's hocus pocus. I can actually like direct the flow of my thoughts. I'm trying to prove that I'm worthy of affection. I've never gone that deep before. I know what you call them, hypnotherapists, whatever. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Brian Mark. Welcome back to another episode of my channel. And in today's episode, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about why I committed doing hypnosis. I'm actually about to walk into hypnosis section. I'm gonna talk about the benefits. I'm gonna talk about some of the things that I've experienced and talk about whether or not it's hocus pocus or whether or not it's magic. Let's go. Okay, so we're about to jump on the hypnosis session. I'm about to join the Zoom call, and this girl's actually gonna give me a customized hypnosis session. So let's get into it right now. How are you doing?
We got it. Good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. I'm super excited for today.
Good. Tell me a little bit about your experience last week.
I'm a busy entrepreneur, and so I went from like our hypnosis to another meeting, to another meeting, to another meeting. I actually went from hypnosis to another meeting, to another meeting, to a therapy session where we like deep dove into like my relationship. So around 12 p.m., I felt like I got hit by an absolute truck and I felt like absolutely destroyed. And I actually didn't know why. And then I thought about it and I realized that it was obviously because like I had just experienced like an emotional roller coaster.
That was a really heavy session.
Yeah.
Very heavy. And I don't know if you've ever done work like that before.
I actually told my wife that because she felt like she was like, what's wrong? Like, I can't tell what's wrong with you. And I was like, my hypnosis took me back to like my childhood where like my mom abandoned me, and she knows the story. She's like, and then I was like, and then it made me go deeper, and I've never gone that deep. And so I was like, I felt like I literally got hit by a train. Like I was like, it was such an intense experience.
If you have that stuff deep down inside you that is unresolved, as much smoke as you get, you will never be in the place you want to be because that stuff will be underlying, and one day it's going to come up and bite you in the butt.
It does all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I'll experience these like, first of all, I'm super grateful. Like I've managed to achieve like a massive amount of success in my life, and I'm super happy about that. But I do feel like this like nagging subconscious voice that's just like tries to pull me back down. You know, I don't know if it's like feelings of like unworthiness or if it's like, yeah, it's just these, and I've never really been able to unlock it. And even one of my old mentors actually told me, he's like, I don't know what it is, but there's something off. He's like, I can't really put it. And I feel like it's because it's almost like my whole life I've been trying to prove myself to this unbeknown source to me, you know? I'm like trying to prove that I'm worthy of love. I'm trying to prove that I'm worthy of affection. I'm trying to prove that I'm like worthy of having friends. And it's like, yeah, it's this has been my whole life.
Be really straightforward with you. Like when I met you, I was like, oh, this guy, I know this guy. I know him because I've worked with him. And this guy is great. He's full blown, like going in and getting it done, and power and control and like happy and free and joyous. But there's stuff inside.
Yeah.
Because we can't live our life on 12, you know? We can't just, if there is stuff, and there's stuff in there for you. I mean, what you did last week was beautiful. It was raw. I mean, it was incredible. That was brave. And that was your third session.
It was intense. I am the type of person that goes all into everything I do, so.
You did phenomenal.
Thank you.
Phenomenal. And now you have the understanding, okay? And the key word that you just said is unworthiness, and you bring this forward in all areas of your life, and it's still in there. So now you get to make a choice, and you get to get rid of it if you desire. So
every single day I've been doing the like hypnosis that you've like asked me to do, the like every day in every way abundance flows into all areas of my life. And so it's been amazing because I actually noticed myself today. I was like making breakfast and I like lost my keys, and while I was making breakfast I was like, oh, it doesn't matter, I'm abundant, I can get new keys. And I like had this thought, and it just like happened automatically. And I'm noticing that like my thoughts are more in line with abundance. And I noticed myself actually like, it's like my subconscious mind is like speaking to me and saying that I'm abundant. And it just comes up throughout the day now. And also in these little hypnosises that I've been doing, these self-hypnosises that you got me doing, I'm now at a point where while I'm in the hypnosis, I like after I get through the affirmations, in the hypnosis, I will actually be able to guide my subconscious mind. So it's almost like I'm in a dream, but then I'll notice myself so I'll be like dreaming about like my YouTube channel blowing up, and then I'll notice the dream going off track into one of the subjects that was my YouTube video was about, and then I can redirect the dream and be like, okay, I want to dream about my bank account growing up. And it's almost like I'm like directing the flow of the river of my subconscious, if that makes sense. And then I start dreaming about my bank account blowing up, and then I'll start drifting. I'm like, I want to dream about my relationship, and I'll dream about my relationship, and I'll direct the flow. And it's really cool because I feel like I can actually like direct the flow of my thoughts, and it's a cool experience.
Work together and you're moving in the direction that you desire. And the fact that those thoughts, right? I lost my keys, that turn happens so quickly. That is like proof, solid proof of the work that you've been doing.
Cool. I like it.
You are in control. You choose whether you want to make yourself crazy and worry and stress and feeling of lack because if you lose something, or I'm good. I'm gonna wake up and stop it.
Exactly. I love that.
I don't want to do it every day.
Yeah, not optimal to lose my keys once a day, but if I did, I could always make a new set.
I can make a set. No one is dead.
Yeah.
I lost my keys.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Going back in history lesson today, because if you did that every week, it would be very exhausting. So we're gonna work, but we're not gonna work as like we did last week. We'll probably save that for next week. I like to break that up a little bit for people because sometimes it can be a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you ready?
I am ready.
Beautiful. Getting nice and comfortable. Closing your eyes all the way down. Just bringing your awareness directly into the present moment.
Okay, so I just got out of the session, and so essentially what it is like guided meditation with a purpose. That's what hypnosis that I'm doing talks about. I'm gonna put the link for the hypnosis that I'm doing down below in the description of this video. It's called Get Grace. There's a couple different options for the hypnosis. Number one, you can do, they've got an app, or number two, you can do private sessions. I really enjoy the private sessions. There was one private session where she literally had me meet my future self, and I had like this intense visualization of this like future version of myself with like my IFBB Pro card and like Kirsten's pregnant. It was so crazy. And then there was one visualization where we talked about me not being loved, and she got me to travel back in time in my mind and go back to the specific moment when my mom kicked me out when I was 8. And I guess I could talk about that in a future YouTube video, but my mom kicked me out when I was 8. She was gonna send me to foster care. My grandma ended up taking me in. So she got me to go back to that memory, and that's where I thought it originated. And then she made me ask my 10-year-old self the question, is this the first time you've ever felt this way? And my 10-year-old self said no. And so she made me go deeper, and I've never gone that deep before in terms of like remembering traumatic experiences. So it was crazy, and that was last week. It was on Tuesday this week. I felt like I got hit by a bus. And today she had me dive into the feelings of unworthiness. And when I was 8 years old, I gave this, I was probably 6. I gave this little toy. It's like a transformer that was this big. It was my favorite toy. I gave it to this like kid named Steve who lived across the street. And so gave Steve the toy because I thought he was like my friend, whatever. And when I was 6, and then we stopped talking. And I remember when he stopped talking, he wouldn't talk to me anymore. And he still had that toy. I would drive by his house every day, and every single time I drive by his house, I'd look at his window and I'd be super sad, and it made me feel unworthy. And so we addressed that today. She took me through this hypnosis where I re-met that version of myself, and she's like, give him what he needs right now. And so I gave him, I like imagined, I'm like, what would this little boy need? And I like imagined myself going to Steve, getting my transformer back and giving it to this little boy, and this little boy was so fucking excited, and it's like a version of me, so it was like my unworthiness. And then she got me to like re-blend that version of me back in with me, so I saw it as separate, and then she like got it to blend back in with me, and then I kind of dozed off and I woke up and here I am. So y'all, the hypnosis is crazy. And I got turned on to it by one of the mastermind coaches, one of the coaches that's inside my community and my business, and she swears by it. So I ended up doing it, and it's been incredible so far. There's one more thing that I'm going to show you guys in this video. So there's the hypnosis that we do. They recommend doing once a week. I'm doing 3 times a week for the next 4 weeks because I'm a savage. I like going all in on things. And so they have you do the hypnosis sessions, and then they have you do self-hypnosis. So I'm gonna walk you guys through what my self-hypnosis looks like and explain to you what that all is. So yeah, this is fun. See you soon. Hey guys, so it's a little bit later in the afternoon. I did my podcast, did a little bit of my morning work, and now I'm gonna be doing a self-hypnosis. And so in the middle of the day, twice a day, we're doing a self-hypnosis. And so essentially what a self-hypnosis is me putting myself into a trance-induced state, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what the process looks like. So my affirmation is every day in every way, abundance flows through all areas of my life. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Imagine a color you love flowing into the top of your head and out the bottoms of your feet. Notice your eyes are deeply relaxed, and then when they don't open, imagine the color flowing through you. Out loud, I'm going deeper and deeper. And all right, so that's the baseline premise, and let's have some fun. I'm going deeper and deeper. 9. I'm going deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. I'm safe. I'm calm. I choose to be here. Guys, that's it. That's the hypnosis. Now, my experience of it has been incredible. I've only really been doing hypnosis now for like 2 weeks. I've been meditating every single day for the last 2 years straight. I haven't missed a day. And then before that, I was on and off for 6 years, but it was like, 5 times a week. Then I'd take 2 days a week off. But in the last like 2 years, it's like not a single day. And so I want to touch on the importance of training the mind. And meditation for me has always been incredible. Affirmations daily, gratitude daily, but hypnosis is like, man, some next level stuff, like I've never had somebody be able to guide me through a vision where I meet my future self until hypnosis. It was absolutely insane. I've also never had somebody be able to guide me back to meet my 6-year-old self in hypnosis. And that's what she did today, which is absolutely insane. And even I was telling my counselor today, not my counselor, person that's doing my hypnosis sessions, what you call them, hypnotherapists, whatever. But I was telling her, I was like, dude, like today, I'm getting to the point now where that just happened as well, where I can literally guide my thoughts. And so when I'm like visualizing my bank account growing and then my thoughts drift off to a thought that I have to work on today, I can guide it back to visualizing my YouTube blowing up, and I can visualize outcomes on demand, which is really cool. And I definitely don't think I was able to do that before hypnosis, in the sense of like being in a deep hypnotic state, just like guiding my thoughts is a really cool thing. So definitely super into hypnosis. If you are thinking about doing it, highly recommend Get Grace. I'm gonna drop the app here. I'm not affiliated. I just like really enjoy it. I've just purchased another 4 sessions from my hypnotherapist. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the vlog. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend about this channel. Every single video, I'm gonna give you one piece of actionable value. So I hope you got some value. Hope you have the best day of your entire life, and I'll talk to you soon. Chase your dreams. Let's go.